Yesterday, the Finance Bill 2024 still top of the conversation and the debates, and members of Parliament have passed the controversial Finance Bill 2024 despite massive protests from Kenyans countrywide. 204 members of Parliament, mainly from the government side, voted to ensure the unpopular bill sails through the second reading compared to the 115 who fought for the defeat of the bill. Eyes now shift to Tuesday, when the Finance Bill 2024 will be subjected to amendment during the Committee of the Whole House. And as KTN's senior political affairs reporter Daniel Kariuki now reports, the opposition claims the House has been held captive by the executive, while Kenyans view those backed the bill not just as betrayers, but also as the enemies of the people.
This afternoon session.
For the second day running, members of Parliament engaged in a heated debate over the controversial Finance Bill 2024 that has raised political temperatures in the country, the two sides pulling to their sides.
Order, honorable members.
The MPs Thursday were scheduled to vote on the bill and decide if the bill would move past the second reading and into the Committee of the Whole House, where amendments, among them those proposing the removal of some taxes, would be considered.
I'll now put the question, which is that the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 30 of 2024, be now read a second time. As members of that opinion say aye. As members of the contrary opinion say nay. Order.
The House going on division, forcing the MPs to vote for the bill physically. And when the tally was over, those voting ayes won.
The results of the division on second reading of the Finance Bill 2024 is as follows. Ayes 204, nays 115, abstentions nil, so the ayes have it.
The win coming despite protest within the Central Business District and various parts of the country. And immediately Azimio MPs stormed out of the chambers, up in arms, accusing the Kenya Kwanza side that had carried the day of not being considerate to the feelings of Kenyans.
After pumping a lot of sense on the heads of our colleagues, they could not listen. They could not agree with us, and looks like we lost the bill in a very draconian manner because people were impervious to reasoning. People do not want to hear anything that is good, anything that is bad with this bill.
Hawa watoto walijitokeza tu kusema hawajafurahia. Serikali ambayo inalinda watu ni ile inasikiza watu. Kwa hivyo ninaomba kwa kunyenyekea sana, nyinyi police officers ambao mnapiga watoto wetu matia gas, na ninasikia hata kuna wale wameumia. Sisi tunawatetea hapa bungeni, na tukitengeneza serikali yetu hata nyinyi mtakuwa beneficiaries.
We want the government to know one of the things they may not be telling people here, that the children of members of Parliament from both divides are the ones in that maandamano. If you are a listening government, please take action.
Earlier, the MPs were divided over the contents of the controversial bill.
Because the work of the Committee on Finance is to look for ways to raise money to finance the budget that has been passed. Are they saying that they were unable to look for money to finance the budget that we passed last week?
This being a money bill, we must get the concurrence of the National Treasury. And there is reason as to why the drafters of our Constitution, Article 114, put that particular provision of concurrence with the National Treasury.
You know, the work of opposition is to oppose. And now that we have pulled the carpet under our feet, we must find something new to hang on. I am saying this so that Kenyans know that the opposition to the finance bill is majorly inspired by politics.
Pandisha bei ya mikate. Mwananchi wa kawaida ni bidhaa ambayo inatumika kwa kila boma. Kila boma asubuhi na jioni anatumia mikate. Wewe unaenda kuongeza ushuru wa mkate. Na mkifanya hivyo tutakunywa chai na mgoka kama ndio mnataka hivyo.
The controversial Finance Bill 2024 sails through the second reading
and is going to be moving to the Committee of the Whole House. This is where amendments are going to be introduced. Focus shift to the members of parliament on the kind of amendments that they are going to propose, and if these amendments are going to cool down the temperatures that have seen protests across the country. Daniel Kariuki, KTN News at the Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.
Well, thousands of youth, now famously referred to as Gen Zs, yesterday returned to the streets of the Nairobi Central